One wish, Willow. You only get one wish. I wish Nikki Freeman loved me more than anyone in the entire world.
I love you so much. A love only the branch of a willow tree could conjure.
It's weird how you two are dating all of a sudden. Like, super dating.
I think Nikki is going through something.
Like what? Is she okay?
No.
I'd like to cancel your wish.
No. It's okay to keep the... I just want to know if I can, like, alter it a little.
I'm sorry, we don't really do that.
No?
If you have any questions about how the wish works, or if you read the back of the box...
Is it even real?
Yeah, it's real.
No, I know that the... Is her love real?
Just because you chose this for her doesn't make it less real.
Aloha. This is Trinidad the Islandman, your Islandman, coming to you live once again from beautiful Hawaii here on the island of Oahu, bringing you, yes you, the best movie reviews on the entire island of Oahu. And yes, this is Trinidad the Islandman, your Islandman. And last night, really late to the party, I finally went in and I saw Obsession. And, well, remember I rang the scale. Shaka Thumbs Up, it's good to see, I recommend it. Shaka Thumbs Down, it's junk, I don't recommend it. And overall for Obsession, the other movie next to Back Rooms, made by a former YouTuber, it is overall a Shaka Thumbs Up. Now, this movie... You know, I didn't go ahead and see this movie initially. It's pretty much out of the theater now. I think last night was its last day. And it's going to go to streaming. It has done phenomenal business at the box office for its small budget. And will probably do very well streaming as well. You know, it's not really open for a sequel. You know, but the legend... the mythos could definitely continue on with an entirely new cast, of course. Maybe mentioning the first movie. That's just the way it happens. Spoilers. A little bit of spoilers by now, since if you haven't seen it already, you're probably going to just wait till streaming and see it there. So not much to spoil. Everybody's already talked about it, how great this movie is. And I gotta say, I pretty much knew what this movie was about. From the get-go. I hadn't even watched the trailer, really. I watched like a little bit of it, and then it's like, oh yeah, I know what this is. You know, there's been like Twilight Zone episodes about this. You know, even a Michael J. Fox, Tales from the Crypt kind of thing about this. You get a wish from some MacGuffin picked up in a, you know, antique store or something, or you know, something like that. And basically, it really works. And of course, this turns out to be your classic monkey paw, you know, mixed bag kind of results kind of a thing. Yes, your wishes do come true, or at least your one wish, because you only get one wish. It does come true. Unfortunately, it kind of goes askew, very sideways, to say the least. And of course, this man is madly in love, or at least he thinks he's in love, with this co-worker of his. So he wishes her to love him more than anyone else in the world. Thus, she becomes amazingly, fanatically, psychopathically, you know, obsessed, thus the title, with him, and him alone. And she must have him all to herself. No one else. No time away from her can be spent if he wants any type of peace. And actually, the moment this wish was made, his peace goes out the window. But he gets exactly, well, he gets exactly what he wanted, bare bones. So always be careful what you wish for, folks. I'll go into a couple of spoilers here. Again, since this movie's been out for such a long time, he does get a wish. She does, basically it seems that hell or the devil or something is behind these wishes. The person he wishes to love him, her mind is basically taken over by a demon who is, of course, obsessed to follow out his wish of loving him, to death, basically. But, as a kind of a twist to this movie, she's still in there, tucked away, forced, tortured in some hellscape, and she can come out barely when when she's sleeping. Her free self is able to talk to him, and she begs him to kill her, as she's basically being forced to do something, to do things that she never wants to do or wanted to do. As she was never interested in him. And essentially, this is a rape scenario in a way. Well, I guess not really in a way. It is basically rape. But whether she's consenting, this demon's consenting, her true self is not. And it's quite painful for her to be locked up inside this mind with no control over her own body. So, of course, this demon takes it to the next ultra step and basically begins killing off his friends as, he wants to spend a little bit of time, have a social life. No, there's no social life. It's all her all the time. If she's, as they were coworkers, when they're at work, that's okay. But the moment he has to work alone and she's not on the schedule, she stays home, just glued to one spot, waiting for his return. She doesn't even go to the bathroom. She poops all over herself, all over the carpet there, and he's in horror when he returns home from work, seeing her like this, as she immediately goes, "Oh, I'm disgusting." Once he returns, she can move again, but she's got poop all over herself and pee all over the carpet, and so she's, "Oh, I'm disgusting," and she goes to take a shower. And she says, "Oh, I'll clean all this up." And it's like, oh, and she feeds him his cat thinking he'll like it because he loved her as cat, and the cat died. She didn't kill the cat, fortunately, but she does cook the cat. And I guess he kind of liked it because he was eating it until he found out what it was. But yeah, so she does become obsessed. But it is, totally against her will, and that's the fresh take on this movie, to say the least. He tries, before she kills his friends, to get them to help her, to help him get away from her. Essentially, since he cannot make another wish, he finds another one of these MacGuffins, and wants his friend to wish her to only like him as a friend or love him as a friend. But of course, his friend thinks it's a joke, so he immediately wishes for $1 billion and he gets it. Which there goes his one wish, so he can no longer help him. But once he, makes that wish and he sees it's true, then the girlfriend, the one obsessed, ends up killing him. So that $1 billion didn't do him any good. But he did wish for the $1 billion in front of our, it's hard to say, because, he's not our main character. He's not the protagonist. I mean, he does some wicked stuff, wishing her, into this relationship against her will. So he's definitely not altruistic. Although, he might have had decent intentions, at least on his side. He soon finds out that it's terribly wrong. Although not really concerned for her safety as much as his, as he sees that this is going very, very badly, very, very quickly. And that love isn't going to do him any good, as he's being loved to death, apparently. But so he so he knows his friend got this $1 billion, right? He calls, as you've seen in the trailer I put in, he calls the helpline on this MacGuffin. It's good that it has a MacGuffin, has a helpline. He can't cancel the wish, they tell him. He can't alter the wish, and of course he only had one wish, so he can't wish to undo the wish. So basically, the suggestion that the helpline gives him is to kill himself, and then she would be free of that. But of course, he doesn't want to do that. Because he kind of sort of likes it until she gets like totally obsessed. He's got the woman of his dreams. And of course, he doesn't want to kill himself because he's a coward. Even though it's the right thing to do. It does not go into the other avenue of it, and he doesn't even consider this, which is, I'm sorry, but most of these other kind of scenarios, be it, the Twilight Zone, or be it Tales from the Crypt, etc., go into the other alternatives that you can kill her. And thus he would be free. He would still be alive. And I mean, he's already committed a moral sin, raping this woman, essentially. So what's murder on top of that, basically? Look, I'm sorry, viewers, but, it is something that, they should have at least mentioned or considered. And it doesn't even cross his mind. So, but to say that, he's too morally good to think about killing her, it's like, I don't think he's morally good at all. And I think that's a mistake on this movie to have not even mentioned it or considered it. Or someone mentioned it to him. Because basically, after he kills the friend with the $1 billion, he knows this friend has $1 billion, right? And he considers killing himself, but then he backs out. So he could kill her, basically, it would put her out of her misery. It would put him out of his, her out of his misery as well. And he could flee the country with his friend's $1 billion because, when he wished it, it just started to appear in his apartment. So there's no way he could have moved that big $1 billion before he was killed by, the girlfriend. So he knows where this $1 billion is. He could have just taken that, fled the country after killing her, and got scot-free. And that could have set up like a sequel or something. Like, oh yeah, I barely avoided this wish, and it was terrible, even though I had everything that I wanted. It would have been a twist ending. But ultimately, in the end, he does end up killing himself, and she is freed from it. But, and this is where they could do a sequel directly with the gal. Now that she's free, although she's horrified by the murders that she's done. And unfortunately, she had other issue I had. And now, look, I'm a guy. Don't judge me, but, this is a wish. You get a wish for the woman of your dreams, blah, blah, blah. We do see them sleep together. But, again, there's like no nudity. Not even like, in the 80s, you would have got like a boob shot, at least, her taking off her top. Here, it's rated R, guys. It's rated R, man. I mean, okay, yeah, it's great. You're protecting this female, but she's an actress. She's doing a role where she's obsessed with loving this guy. You can show a little bit of skin. That's all I'm saying in this movie. It's almost expected in this. It would make sense. Does it distract or from, does it take away from the overall, point of the movie and everything? No. But it is one of those things that it's like, how come this wasn't mentioned or at least talked about? Not talked about, but he's obsessed with this gal for her purtiness and personality and all that stuff. It just would have made a little bit of sense. I mean, it didn't have to be like a brief shot of nudity. It is rated R, so one would expect to see something, especially with a woman that's going to give herself unconditionally to some guy. All right. Don't judge me. Or I don't know. Go ahead and judge me. Leave it down in the comments what you think. Again, I feel it missed a major plot point there with him running to Mexico with $1 billion, being after committing murder, which, he pretty much already had killed this lady. And if he didn't want to free her by killing himself, he could have killed her. And there was no nudity in this from the gal that was supposed to be like super obsessed with him. At least initially at the very beginning, we could have seen something. All right. That's all I'm saying. Just slight detractions from this movie. All right. Mahalo and aloha.